Welcome to the student tutorial video for the Collabra Music web platform. Collabra is a video-based practice management and music instruction platform for K-16 music and performing arts education. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use the Collabra web platform as a student. This tutorial covers how to use the web platform. If you are looking for a tutorial on how to use the mobile platform as a student, I'll refer you to the Collabra mobile app student tutorial video. You can use Collabra on any modern web browser, but if you wish to record directly to the platform, you will need to use the Google Chrome browser. There are a few different ways to get started with Collabra. If your class is using a separate learning management system or single sign-on tool such as Google Classroom, Canvas, or Clever, your teacher will create your account and enroll you in the class on their end. To access your class, you will need to navigate to the Collabra login screen and select the login option it tells you to use. If this does not apply to you, you will need to create a Collabra student account to get started. To create your student account, we're on the Collabra homepage right here, and we're going to go up here and click Log In. Once here, we want to click Create an Account. And now we're going to hit Student, and all you do is input your first name, your last name, your email, and your password. Now we're just going to hit register, and we've created our account. If you're using Collabra for your school or college class, we do encourage you to use your school email. Now once your account has been created, you can now join a course at any time. So to join a course, we're simply going to click Join Course and enter the 5-character course code given to you by your teacher. If you don't know your course code, reach out to your teacher and ask them to send you the course code for the course you are trying to join. So I'm going to enter a course code for one that my teacher has given me. I'm going to hit Join Course, and now I have been entered into this class. Teachers do also have the ability to invite you to a course via email. So if you get an email saying you've been invited or added to a course, this means you are already enrolled in the course and you will not need to enter a course code. So now you've learned how to create an account and join a course, but I want to make sure that you get the full experience, so I'm going to switch over to my personal student account so you can see all the features that we have. So now we're on the home screen of my student account, and on this dashboard I can see lessons I need to review, I can see if I need to complete any assessments, and my practice reporting. Note over here that I can join another course by pressing Join Course right here. I can enter the course code right there. Also, I'm in multiple courses. Right here's your course selector. So if I hit on this, I can see the 5 different courses that I am in. You can be in multiple courses. Note that you can only see the recordings, lessons, assessments, and compositions that are related to that class when it is selected. So do be mindful of which class you have selected. And now we're going to go through these features of Collabra: practices, lessons, assessments, compositions, and reports. And first we're going to go to practices. Now practices may be different for each class, each student. Some teachers may use it to record how many minutes you're practicing. We do record how long you've been practicing. You can also practice right alongside lessons. But what we're going to do is create a practice. I'm going to hit Create Practice right here. I have the ability to record video, record audio, or upload a file. I'm going to record video. And you'll see right here that I'm recording right in the browser. Once I hit record, I've started this practice. And I do have a few different tools to help me with this practice. I have this pitch tool. I also have a metronome. You can change the BPM there. And then this bookmarking tool can be helpful for you if you'd like to show your teacher different parts of the practice that you're creating. So I hit that star right there. When I hit it again, it created a time-based bookmark. You'll see from 17 to 22 seconds. I can name this. Maybe you're struggling on this part of your practice. And when your teacher receives this practice, they can look at it, see you've created a bookmark, and jump straight to that part in the video so that they can help you out. So I'm going to hit stop recording. Now, once we press save to Collabra, it uploads and our teacher can see it. Do be sure that you save to Collabra. Otherwise, you can also delete a practice recording if you would not like to upload it. So I'm going to hit save to Collabra, and now that's uploading to my teacher. I do have the option to rename this practice if I'd like to, but I don't have to, otherwise it will be named practice on August 15th. Now I'm going to go back to my practices. You can see that there's some other views, so I can see this in a calendar view. I only have a few practices, but this will populate throughout the year, and you can see when you've recorded certain practices. I'm going back to the grid view. We can see I'm going to go back to this practice on August 14th. You can go back and watch your practices. I see these little blue bubbles right here. That means my teachers commented on them. When you receive a comment from your teacher on a practice, you'll get a notification on your phone. You'll be able to click into the practice and see it. So I'm going to click and see where this was. My teacher said, pay close attention to dynamics, crescendo. So I can see in this exact part where I need to improve. Made a comment that says, great practice. So you can reply to their comments. Maybe I want to comment back to the crescendo comment and say, missed that, thanks. And then you're kind of creating a conversation between you and the teacher. When you comment back, the teacher will get a notification that you've commented back. Now, if you've accidentally recorded a practice under the wrong class, reminder, we're in this chorale class right now, I can go to actions, I can press move, and I can move it to a different class. So let's say I accidentally did it under chorale and I meant to do it under my guitar class. Now I've moved that practice. I can also go up here to actions. I can delete practice. I can also download it to my computer. The next part of this I want to show you is lessons. So I'm going to go up here to lessons, and you'll see that I have a few that I need to watch from my teacher. I'm going to go down here to breathing techniques. This was recorded on the 7th. I can see this yellow part right here that my teacher's created a bookmark, so I can play this lesson. I can skip straight to the bookmark and make sure that I'm really watching the parts of the video that my teacher wants me to see. If I'd like to practice alongside this lesson, I hit practice with lesson right here. And I have the ability to record the video. I'm going to go right here, and it's just like a regular practice, except you've got your teacher right beside you. So I'm recording right here. I can play my teacher over here on the right. And then I also have all of the same tools that I had under regular practices. So I've got this pitch tool and a metronome and that bookmarking tool once again. So this is just a really great way for you to be able to practice with your teacher. You can scrub through and makes the lesson live on, and it's really easy to work right alongside your teacher. So I'm going to stop that recording here. Remember to save that to Collabra. Now it's uploading, and our teacher will receive this practice. I do want to note that we recommend using wired headphones. This will give you the best audio experience. Once this uploads, it is a regular practice. You've just practiced right alongside the lesson with it. Our next feature is the assessments feature. So the assessments is what we use to simulate a performance environment. When you get assigned a new assessment, you will get a notification. Now, you can see right here, I've got this test that I haven't submitted yet. We're going to go right here, and we're going to click on this test and go through an assessment. We'll see that it was assigned today at 1:30. I have until Monday the 17th at 1:30 to complete it. Once I start creating my attempts, I have 30 minutes to make those 3 attempts. Each attempt can be 2 minutes long. So I'm going to create my first attempt. All I do is create attempt. I'm going right here. It's going to populate on this screen, and I'm going to record a video. So I'm creating my first attempt. I have these tools just like to practice if I'd like to use them. Note that it is counting down from 2 minutes because we only have 2 minutes to create our attempt. So I'm going to stop this recording, and that has started uploading, you see right here. But that does not mean that it has been submitted yet, because we do have 2 more attempts, and we will have to manually submit which one we'd like to submit. So I have 2 attempts left. Each attempt can be 2 minutes. I have 29 minutes and counting to submit an attempt. So I'm going to create my next attempt. Hitting record again, and it's counting down from 2 minutes. Be sure to pay attention to that countdown clock because you do have limited time. I'm going to stop recording, happy with my second attempt. You'll see I have 1 attempt left, and I have over 29 minutes to create my third attempt. So if I'd like to do that, I can actually spend 25 more minutes practicing for my third attempt, or I can go ahead and create that third attempt as long as we do it within this time frame that we have left. I I can go back and I can watch these attempts and decide which one I would like to submit. So let's say I'm happy with my first attempt. I'm going to submit that attempt, and now my teacher has received this assessment. Do note that once this 30-minute clock is over, you can still look over your attempts, and you have until the 17th at 1:30 to actually submit those attempts. So you can use that full 30 minutes to just create those attempts. Now to go back to the assessments, I can go and see one that has already been graded. So here's this jury. I want to view that. So I can see that I've submitted it and gotten a 95%. Once I click into this, I see that I've had a comment. So I can go to comments and see they said, great job. And if I click on this blue bubble right here, I see that feedback where they said, watch your posture. I can comment back if I'd like to and create that loop between me and my teacher once again. But it's an easy way for you to get feedback from your teacher. One last thing I'd like to show you about assessments. If I go back in to test 1, I've already created 2 attempts. I do have some time to create my 3rd attempt. So note, we can still create that 3rd attempt. And as long as it hasn't gotten to 1:30 p.m. on August 17th, I can change which one I've submitted. So I can go ahead and submit that 2nd attempt as long as my teacher has not already graded it. Next is compositions. Compositions are simply a way to make music with other students. And you'll see right here that I have one composition to make down here. You'll know you'll need to complete your part of a composition when you get a notification on your phone. And also when you go into compositions, you'll see this little red notification. I have one track to lay down on this composition called Light the Fire. Now I see that the composition is open and the bass track has been laid down. I also see that 3 other tracks have been laid down by fellow students. I know that I need to record and submit vocals because right here it says nothing submitted yet, record and submit. Now if I want to go ahead and listen to the other tracks that have been laid down before I record mine, I can do so. So I can go right here and go ahead and listen. If I need to make some adjustments, there are some different ways that I can do that. Right here I can make this track quieter or louder. I can also trim. This feature is for if there's any latency. If there's a track that's slightly off, you can change that. Also right here is panning. If you have headphones or if you're using speakers, you can pan different tracks to the left and right. So you can do that on each one of these tracks that have been on here. You can also scroll through and choose which ukulele you'd like. There can be up to 10 tracks on this one line of vocals or on this line of ukuleles. So right here I'm going to go up. Maybe I want to make Michael solo. I want to only hear the bass track. I can also mute different tracks and hear only certain ones. But for our sake, if we want to record, we can go up here and we want to record and submit our track. So all I do is go down here to record and submit. I'm going to hit this, and now I'm going to record my track. Now we highly recommend that you record for the entire length of the track. So you'll see this is 1 minute and 1 second long. We do recommend that you record for that entire 1 minute and 1 second. Now you see I've started recording. I'm not going to record for the entire track because I want to save time for you. But once I recorded mine, I can save that to Collabra, and that starts uploading. Once you hit save to Collabra, that means that you can listen to your track alongside the rest of these tracks, but that does not mean that your track has been submitted yet. So this is processing and being uploaded, and you'll see that it has downloaded now. Now I do have the ability to record another. I can go back and listen to my track. Reminder that you should record through the entire length of this. I only recorded a few seconds, but I can go back and listen to my track alongside these tracks if I'd like to see it. If I'm not happy with it, maybe I want to record another, all I do is hit that right here and I can record my clip. So I can record another one, I can scroll through and decide which one I'd like to use, but if I'm happy with this one, I can submit that, and now my teacher will receive it, and the other students in this composition will be able to listen to my track right alongside theirs. Now do be sure that you nudge your track by using this trim tool. Usually the nudge is only a few milliseconds, and you do that by just clicking this small forward or backward arrow right here. This is not always the case, and it'll change based on different variables, but depending on your device or what headphones you're using, That will change if you have to nudge it or not. Now that we're done with the compositions, I just want to show you some reporting. So I'm going to go to a different account really quick, and we'll see the reporting right here. So now here's the reporting for a student. I've got 104 practice minutes. My average practice length is 57 seconds. Right here is where you'll be able to see a good heat map of how active you've been practicing. So you'll see a darker square means you've practiced more that day. Here's 31 minutes versus on this day you practiced 2 minutes. Down here is your grade, total time spent watching lessons, your total practices, your last activity. Down here you can see your assessments, and if they've been graded, you can see those. And then up here you can change the presets for the calendar. If you want to only see 90 days, then it'll auto adjust. You can also go and see individual days, weeks, and months right here and adjust that. So that's it for our student tutorial overview. You can always use this chat bubble down here. We have 24/7 support. Good luck this year, and we hope you enjoy Collabra.